Why do you think they're covering the sun? We about to activate. We've already activated. And I love this comment so much. I wish I could pin it. We've already activated. Look what's going on. Look at what's going on. Think about how blatantly racist everyone is on the internet right now. Do you know why? It's because we're not complicit. We don't put our heads down anymore. I've been seeing so many videos of us literally physically fighting back when we've been confronted with violence. This is a new timeline. It's only been literally like maybe 60 years, 65 years since the civil rights movement. White people used to beat like they used to whip our ass. They used to hang us from trees like strange fruit. They were still eating us in the 60s. We don't talk about this. Literally, we experienced the most heinous things after the so-called slavery was abolished in the 1900s in this country. They stole our lands. They flooded us out. They burned and bombed everything. But now we're waking up. Even though they try to co-opt woke, they fucking steal and colonize everything we come up with. But we're all waking up and we're collectively getting on one band, one sound, and everybody's losing their shit. That's why they're coming out the woodworks like saying, oh, and of course, you know, the president makes them feel like they don't have to hide anymore. But the fact that we have a voice to say something back, this is why I can't do it on here. But on my YouTube channel, I say the most vile stuff to these people. When they talk to me crazy, I go for the jugular because we are activated. And this is, I feel like right now we're kind of like in phase 1 of finding a voice, identifying ourselves as who we are. We're not centering any other ethnicities. We're not centering anyone else. And that's why other people losing their shit over that, because they're so used to being centered. We've never centered ourselves as Black Americans. We've always been super inclusive while being disrespected, disregarded, abused. We're like the kid that was constantly bullied, and now we're fighting back because we have been activated. And it is so fucking beautiful to see. What a time to be alive. I am extremely grateful to be alive to witness this. We are all living our ancestors' wildest dreams. To have autonomy. All of the things that they fought for, all of the things that they withstood, all of the strife, a lot of them did not survive. We are the ones that survived. It just makes me feel... I feel like I want to cry. Like, words can't describe. Like, we are the ones that survived. Do you know how fucking powerful that is? And this is phase 1. And I'm saying this is phase 1 because we're starting to have the conversations. We're starting to fucking put our foot down. We're starting to embrace who we are fully. This is some new ass shit. This is some new age ass shit, and everybody's losing their fucking minds. I am so proud. I truly am. Phase 2, I know I have an idea of what phase 2 is going to be, but I'm not about to say it on here. But we're going to start to gather in the physical and start working on phase 2. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. We're activated. I'm so happy.
You know, I'll never forget the day a white buddy of mine said Black people don't deserve equality because they could never get enough. And that's true. White people are actually scared of equality. That's just how racist we are as a people. And it's not just that one person. White culture in general. Probably I would say most white people, when they hear the word equality, they fear that white people will be oppressed because brown, Black, and indigenous people might actually get what's fair and just. That's just how racist we are. And we're so obsessed with the idea of not having equality in America for Black, brown, and indigenous people that we don't have health care, that we don't have economic equality. We don't have reasonable gun laws. Our liberties are being stripped because we have a fascist, racist, white supremacist regime in office because we are so scared of equality. We're so scared that Black and brown folks might become the majority one day. That we had a Black president, and now we've got to have a white supremacist president. That's how scared we are of equality. That's how racist we are as a people. Go to the fucking root. The root of America's problems. The root of the white man and the white woman, their problems, and America and the world. If you think about it, colonialization, white supremacy, the mentality of white people today, not just yesterday, today, right now, the denial racially, the silence, the apathy, the continuous gaslighting, all that fucking shit, that's ruined us. It's ruined white people, and it's ruining our nation. And whose fault is it? White people's fault. Their inability to fucking fix their goddamn problem. Until we fix white supremacy, everything we try will fail. It's dysfunctional and it's toxic, and Trump and this regime is the perfect proof of all that shit. How we got in this fucking mess? White people's bullshit. White people's racist fucking bullshit. Period.
Today I want to talk about something interesting, because lately there has been a lot of discussion online. People are debating race, politics, equality, and who really has a voice in today's America. And honestly, when you sit back and watch all these reactions, one thing becomes clear. People are not only fighting over politics anymore, they're fighting over identity, history, and recognition. Now, some people are saying that certain communities are becoming more vocal, more confident, and more united. Others are reacting strongly to that. And the question is why? Why does it feel like whenever one group starts speaking louder about their experiences, another group immediately feels threatened? Here's the thing. Having a voice doesn't mean taking someone else's voice away. Equality doesn't mean replacing one side with another side. But online, people often treat it like a competition. They act like if one group gains progress, another group automatically loses something. And that mindset creates fear. If you really look at history, every generation has gone through some version of this. Whenever social change starts happening, there are people who embrace it and people who resist it. Some people are excited because they feel seen for the first time. Others become uncomfortable because the world they were used to is changing. But I think one mistake many people make is turning entire groups into enemies. Saying all of these people are bad, or all of these people think the same way never solves anything. Because reality is more complicated than that. Not every person believes the same thing just because they belong to a certain race, political side, or background. You can find good people and bad people everywhere. You can find people who want unity and people who want division on every side. And another thing I noticed, anger spreads faster than understanding. Social media rewards outrage. If someone posts something calm and balanced, people scroll past it. But if someone posts something extreme, suddenly everybody stops and watches. So sometimes we start believing the loudest voices represent everyone, even when they don't. At the end of the day, I think the real question isn't who is winning or losing. The question should be, are people actually listening to each other? Because a society becomes dangerous when people stop listening and only start shouting. Differences will always exist. Different opinions will always exist. But if every conversation turns into us versus them, then nobody really wins. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think people today are becoming more divided? Or are people finally speaking up in ways they couldn't?